It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Monday. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. We'll talk a little bit about our weekends coming up, but as always, we begin with news.
Over the weekend, the medical examiner ruled Dr. John Forsyth's death was a suicide. You might remember that a kayaker found Dr. Forsyth's body at the end of May near the bank of Beaver Lake near Rogers, Arkansas. That was after he went missing on May 21st of last year. Police went looking for him when he didn't show up for work at Mercy Hospital in Cassville. They found his car and his wallet, his belongings inside, but he was nowhere to be seen. He was 49 years old. All right, Republic residents beware. Police there say that several cars have been vandalized. Many were hit early Saturday morning, and at least one person has been arrested for it and is a minor. So it looks like kids, perhaps. If you have any information or leads in the case, you were asked to call Republic Police.
Okay. The big election coming up in November is going to be a big one. You know that already. And not only is it a presidential election, but other things could be decided in Missouri, some big things. Missouri voters will likely see 3 hot-button issues also on the ballot: whether to overturn the state's ban on abortion, whether to legalize sports betting across the state, and whether to raise the minimum wage. Those 3 petition initiatives are each getting traction, people collecting signatures to get it on the ballot. All 3 report that they seem to be well on their way. The general election coming up in November is on the 5th. Then there's going to be a big turnout for that.
Yep, no doubt.
Yeah. Bass Pro is letting some workers go because of a downturn in sales. They say they need to make adjustments to their overall operational numbers in response to the soft demand for marine products and just the overall economic climate, which hasn't been great over the last few years. 176 employees were laid off at 3 boat manufacturing facilities in Lebanon, Bolivar, and in Flippin, Arkansas. Tracker Marine in Lebanon had the highest number of layoffs, 85. Ranger Boats in Flippin, Arkansas let go 70, and Bolivar laid off 21 people.
Yeah, hate to hear that. But yeah, I'm sure that whenever the economy is what it is, boats would not be on the top of the priority list.
Yeah, so inflation hurts the boat market, that's for sure.
Yeah, that would be a guarantee. All right, if you need a job, speaking of inflation, maybe you want to get a good job or are considering a field of study, perhaps. We are nearing college graduation, or high school graduation, I should say. How about this? Engineering. How about going to get an engineering degree? Here's why. There are nearly 200,000 open engineering positions across the country. So much so that firms say they are having to turn down work because they don't have enough engineers to work on it. Wow. Engineers make an average salary of $97,000 per year, and pretty much everything that you and I would see or use like tangibly with our hands, an engineer, some sort of an engineer was somehow involved in that process. So difficult field perhaps, but worth it because there is such a demand. Industry leaders say nearly half of all engineering firms in the U.S. are facing a major workforce shortage.
Wow, that's a problem. And, we've been trying to talk more about STEM and to get kids involved in STEM at a young age, and engineering is part of that. Too much math for me, or else I would go back to school and learn it.
You'd totally do it, babe.
I would totally do it. I mean, I'd be a great engineer.
2 + 2 without a calculator, you'd absolutely do it.
Yeah, I'd be a fantastic engineer, I think, if not for the math.
The building might be sideways, the roof too short. I mean, who knows what, but it would be built. It would be. Yeah. Okay, Nixa folks are going to be happy to hear this. The outdoor pool fix is apparently still on track to be fixed and even upgraded by this summer. You'll remember last year the pool was unable to open ever because of a massive leak. 75,000 gallons of water per day were
Oof.
leaking out the bottom of the pool into the ground because of a leak in the pipe. Crews have been working to fix it, and they decided, you know what? While we've got literally everything undone, we might as well redo the pipe system that's underground because it was getting old, as well as add some new features. So now visitors will see more pool deck space, more play features, more shade features, the whole nine whenever it gets opened again. Should be probably early June. Also, Nixa city leaders say they're also going to add a splash pad in the city, but that one won't be open by this summer. The total price tag for all the above is $1.6 million.
That's actually a little cheaper than I was thinking, honestly. It sounds like a lot of stuff that's going on over there. And you're right. If you have to shut down the pool, you might as well bring it back with some
Well, and if
surprises.
you have the cement like drilled up, I guess. I mean, I haven't actually seen it. Is it concrete? Sorry. Cement
Well,
is mixed into concrete. But,
cement.
the
It's just
bottom
funny how
of
you say cement instead of cement, but go ahead.
well, you used to say finance until I corrected you and told you it was finance.
I
Thank you,
say
Journalism School 101. You're welcome. Admit it. Admit it. I had to correct your speech on that. Just so you know, it
we
is
might have to go to
finance.
the
It's not
dictionary because
finance.
I think either way is acceptable.
Nope. You're speaking for the ear. You were a trained journalist. You need to know that it's finance, not finance. Anyway,
All
you're
right.
welcome.
Well, tell me about the
So
cement. Go ahead. The cement pond.
cement. No, so they had it all dug up, but then they said the pipes, which this kind of blows my mind, were 22 years old, which it seems to me that structure was so new because it was really nice. The outdoor pool in Nixa was one of the nicer ones. So I was surprised to hear it was that old. While we're on the topic, I was also surprised to hear that Busch Stadium was so old.
Me
Busch
too.
Stadium, 18 years old? What?
I was there when it opened, and it's 18
You
years
guys,
old now.
we're old. Ethan, this is what this means
But
is
it
we're
doesn't
old
seem like it was that
because
long
we're
ago.
people
18
who say things like this. I can't believe it's that old.
18 is almost 20.
That's how you know. Yep. All right, this is you.
Hey, it was a big weekend of soccer in Missouri. My boy had a soccer tournament in Kansas City. That for starters, but also St. Louis City soccer team in the MLS traveled to Sporting KC for a big game. St. Louis took an early lead there, and I was feeling really comfortable. But Sporting came back and tied it and went ahead late in the game, 3-2. But then in extra time, and literally the last minute of the game, St. Louis City tied it up, and it ended in a 3-3 draw. And but it was really a fun game. 6 goals and a very physical game.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
what Griffin said. He said that his take on the whole situation is that Kansas City has better skill than St. Louis, but St. Louis is more like physical. They have to like fight their way. Is that
is
true?
that right? Is that what the boy said?
That's what the boy said.
Well, I'll tell you this: St. Louis, we know how to play a physical brand of soccer there.
Ethan feels like he's a part of the team, just so you know.
Okay. Hey, I grew up playing soccer in St. Louis. I feel like I could be on the team if I were a little bit younger.
Just a little bit younger.
Just a
He
little
still
bit,
has good footwork. He just can't run.
a little bit younger and a lot better.
He's got a little gimp in his step.
Well, I tell you, you if you were there in person to see it, you would be shocked at how big those guys are that are playing soccer now. I'm 6'2", and when I played, there weren't many people taller than me. 6'2" was about it, maybe 6'4".
Yeah, that's huge for soccer in my mind.
These guys are 6'4", and they're like mountains. I mean, it's crazy that they can play soccer. Yeah, they're not all
That's not
legs.
right.
It's
I don't like it.
that's how they're so rough. They're just big and
Yeah.
strong. It's crazy.
They're like tanks.
All right. And then Griffin, while we're on the subject of soccer, Griffin had a soccer tournament. Went there with him, took the girls. So it was 4 of us. Sarah didn't get to go because she had a speaking engagement. And so she celebrated her birthday yesterday and our anniversary by herself.
You know what?
So
I'm not mad about it. I went for a
figured,
really long bike ride.
yeah,
It was
I figured
heavenly. My
you might
friend
enjoy.
Taylor made me a thing of sourdough bread the size of my face. Is better than a birthday cake. I'll tell you that much right
Well,
now.
that's nice. So we plan on celebrating. I'm off today, so we'll celebrate your birthday today. Okay,
I
an
know, I'm
anniversary.
excited. It's going to be great.
Okay. Anyway, Griffin's team won the tournament. It was it went in the championship game went into penalty kick shootouts. Griffin was first to shoot. He made his. Everybody on his team made
Yeah,
it,
he
and
did.
then Blake, our goalie, made one save. So it was 5-4 in PKs, and we're the champions. It was
Yeah,
great. It was fun.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I told my friend that Griffin should run for president because he just feels no pressure. He's like, yeah, it's fine. I'll go take the game-winning shot. I'll put the ball in the net. No big deal.
Well, he felt
And he
it.
gets that from you. He gets that from you. I'm like, hey, Ethan, you won the lottery. You're like, awesome. That sounds great.
Well, no, I was talking to him afterward. He felt pressure. He was nervous, but he was able to overcome it and keep calm and do what he needed to do, which was great.
That's why he should run for president. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. It is only Monday, but the weekend is coming. We're already thinking about it. Don't forget farmers. I'm going to do this real fast. Plug that in. Sorry, my computer's about to die. I had to plug it in. The
Okay.
battery's going to go down. Sorry.
You mean to take over?
No, I'm good. It's only Monday. The weekend is coming. As I said, Farmers Market of the Ozark is back at full swing at Farmers Park from 8 to 1, East Republic Road. You can find farm fresh goodness, handcrafted products, local eateries, all right there in one stop. I do love a good farmer's market, and that's one of them in the Ozarks.
I do too. Yeah. Also, we told you about Zuzu's House Jeep Ride. That is coming up this Saturday as well. All proceeds benefit Zuzu's House, which takes care of girls in need. A lot of them transitioning out of foster care into adulthood. So that's very difficult to do, or potentially even homeless. So if you want to go Jeeping, it's a great cause. The route will start at the Webster County Fairgrounds this Saturday and end at Zuzu's House. There will be food, fun, music, and a silent auction. You can check it out on the Zuzu's House Facebook page. That is spelled Zuzu.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, guys, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to check out aroundtheozarks.com. We have all kinds of events on the community calendar there. Plus, we have contests. You can win tickets to St. Louis Cardinals baseball, like all different sorts of things. Mother's Day giveaway right now. One mother will win a big gift card to a restaurant, plus flowers. Anyway, there's fun stuff. Check it out at aroundtheozarks.com or download the Around the Ozarks app.
Yeah, it's free, so the price is right. Have yourself a great Monday, and we'll see you back here on Tuesday.
Sounds good.